The Jonas Brothers make a cute Christmas movie, Kristin. Actors are selling out when it comes to their voices. Target demands their employees smile at all of us. Sharknado returns for an origin story. And I'm going to rant about pricey, foo-foo food and all the idiots that live in our country. This week on the Swish Edition.
Swish Edition, tune in for a listen. Travels, movies, and celebrities with Scott and Kristin. Swish Edition, it's where we all go. For pop culture silliness from coast to coast. It's where we belong. SwishEdition.com. SwishEdition.com.
Love this song, Kristin. Hey,
Catchy.
It's what all good radio shows should start with.
What voice is that?
I don't know. It's me in the morning. Hey, it's Kristin. It's November 19th. Do you know what November 19th means? Do you know what it means?
It
My
means
mommy's.
it's your mom's birthday.
My mommy's birthday today. I would wish her a happy birthday, but guess what?
She doesn't listen to the show.
She would rather eat glass, I'm sure, than to listen to the Swish Edition. It's also one of our super fans' birthday, Marcy Norkin Schopel out there in California. It's her birthday today, too. I don't think she's as old as my mom. I'd be very upset if I gave her age. I will not give her age. I won't give anyone's age because we're all ageless, aren't we, Kristin?
Whatever. I'm done being ashamed of my age. Can I tell you? It was my birthday on November the 17th. And
Right.
we went to the Texas Roadhouse for dinner. Have you ever been to a Texas Roadhouse?
Of course. It was the only restaurant in Seaford, Delaware.
Oh, is that
When
right?
we lived there. Yeah, it was.
Well,
it was the only decent restaurant.
we love the Texas Roadhouse because you can
Nice.
get a steak and you don't have to pay, $100 for it. So I went there and got my ribeye last night. So Max was super excited to tell them it was my birthday. And so do you know what they do on your birthday at the Texas Roadhouse?
I assume they pull all the
They
busboys
bring-
and they sing to you.
Not only that, Scott, they bring a saddle over to your table and you have to climb onto the saddle.
No.
Yes,
And
I did
do
it.
what?
You climb onto the saddle, they give you a napkin and to use as a lasso, and they don't sing, but they say this big thing and say happy birthday, and then they ask the whole restaurant to join them in saying yeehaw, and you're supposed to twirl your napkin while you're sitting on the saddle.
Sure, it's fun for no one.
And they say they ask you your name and your age. So they announced to the entire Texas Roadhouse that Kristin is turning 55.
Why didn't
Was
you
like-
lie?
I know.
Why
I
didn't
was
you-
like,
I'm 39 again.
well, and the waitress was like, and what, how old are you turning? Whatever. And I said, I'm 55. And she went, girl, you look good for your age.
You do. Well, that's
So-
true.
So,
I think we
I
all
feel
look
like
good
at
for.
this, at this
Yeah.
point of our lives, when you get to
Right.
this point, it's fun to tell your age when you think that you don't look that old, because then people
Yes.
go, oh my God, you're 55? You don't look
I know.
55.
Okay, you're right.
At a
you're
certain
right.
point,
I do.
it turns.
Well, it will.
Yeah.
Probably next year. This is the first time that you guys are ever watching or listening to the Swish Edition when Kristin and I are both 55 years old.
That's right. And
Yeah,
it will
so-
only last for a short period of time because you're older than me and you always will be.
Hey, so you spent the weekend celebrating your 55th birthday, and now you're in your 56th year of life. Let me just remind you that.
That's harsh.
I know Dale and I were having a conversation about, he said, this is going to be my 44th Christmas. And I'm like, no, you're
No.
44. This is going to be your 45th Christmas. It took him a minute to get it, but then he got it. He was like, oh, you're right.
It's math.
I was like, dude, you're
Math
in your
is hard.
45th year. Anyway, I spent the weekend not celebrating with you. I wish I'd gone to your annual winery birthday getaway.
It was so
which,
much fun. So much
if
fun.
you guys don't know, Northern Virginia has tons and tons of amazing wineries. And when I lived in the DC area, I used to go all the time.
I
And
want
it's
to say
super
one
fun. I
thing
miss
about
it.
Quattro Goombas, which is where I've been going every year for, I think, the past 10 years.
Yeah.
The reason to go there, people, even if you can't stand wine, don't drink beer, even if you're a complete teetotaler, this place has the best pizza in the world. I don't know what they do to it. Sorry. It looks like the kind of like deep dish pizza that's going to sit in your stomach and make you feel like crap after eating it. The crust is like light and ethereal and crispy. And I don't know what they're putting in it, but it is the best pizza. I look forward to eating their
And it
pizza
would change.
every year.
It would change my mind about deep dish pizza because I don't like thick pizza. I like
It's
skinny New York.
It's like an inch thick, but it's light and airy, and the crust is like buttery and crispy.
You need to get the
oh my
recipe
gosh.
then. You need to
I'm
figure
sure
out
it's
what
a
their secret
secret.
is.
It's their nonna from Sicily or something. I don't know.
Is it free?
No, it's not free. It's expensive, but it's good. It's really good.
Well, while you were eating pizza and drinking wine, and I was spending the weekend obsessed with watching Bravocon on Peacock, because
Dear
Bravocon
God.
took over Las Vegas this past weekend. It's what everybody was talking about. Everyone everywhere knew that it was happening, even if they're not Bravo devotees. Of course, you know I watch almost everything on Bravo, so I'm kind of addicted to reality shows. But I didn't go because I
Too
saw
many people.
Well, you know how I am with people. Right? It's the same
It's
reason I'm
too
not going to
people-y.
F1 this year. F1 is happening here in Vegas later this week, and man, the city is a mess because of that. But yeah, the people who got up in the audience, because every session, every panel that they did at BravoCon, they had a question and answer period, and people from the audience could get up at a microphone, and every single person that got up was a dweeb and a half. And I'm like, I am so glad I didn't go to this, because you people are weird. And I know there's lots of people out there that love Bravo.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of celebrities love Bravo. I know that who's the woman with the lips who's in all the movies?
Lisa Rinna.
No, movies. Big movie star, like a superstar movie star.
Big lips.
Pretty Woman.
Julia Roberts?
Julia Roberts is a
big
huge
mouth. Not
yes.
big lips. Big
well,
smile.
She's a big mouth, yeah. She's obsessed with Bravo, and there's lots of celebrities. Rihanna watches,
Okay, good. Whatever.
Anyway, where did I go with that? They're the ones that don't go to BravoCon. It's all the dweebs and the weirdos that go to Bravo. So
you were expecting a question from the audience to be Julia Roberts? Just
that? No, you're not following me at all. I guess I didn't make my point clear. Is it cool people watch Bravo? Cool people don't go to BravoCon. That was the thesis. Now, if anybody who's listening to the show went to BravoCon, I'm sorry for calling you a dweeb and a half. I'm sure you had a lovely time. You don't need to go. They stream the whole thing on Peacock, so you can literally watch it all. You don't need to go. Anyway, you could say that about a lot of things, right?
True. Very true.
I think last night, I'm not sure, but I think last night on Tuesday night, Kristin, I went to a hockey game. Yeah.
Maybe, perhaps.
Yeah, maybe I'll tell you about that next week. And I am going to the Cleveland Browns Las Vegas Raiders game on Sunday. So I am excited about that. That's actually happening in the future.
Your team is about as sorry as my team is this season. I think we have the same record, and it's super depressing.
I know, but guess what? I don't care who wins. I just love going. It's just really fun to be there. It's all the pageantry of it, and everyone's excited. And I've got my special jersey that I spent $1 million on. So
the Commanders lost in Spain this past weekend, and it was the closest game because we were playing an evenly matched team that was also 3-7.
Why are we playing all these games in Europe? I just don't understand.
Because the NFL is trying to make more money.
Well, it's stupid. I don't get it. It's an American sport.
I'm sure those people were like, what is wrong with it? Like watching that game? I'm sure they were all like, why are Americans obsessed with this? This is boring and awful. And yeah.
It really is a stupid game. Anyway, switching from football and hockey to a movie. I have a movie recommendation for you and yours.
Dear
Kristin,
me.
Sit down with Rob, sit down with Max, make it a family evening with popcorn and hot chocolate or whatever you guys do, and watch the Jonas Brothers Christmas movie. Oh my God. It is so cute. It came out on Disney Plus and Hulu last Friday. We watched it on Friday night almost immediately when it became available. And it is the cutest
I didn't know
thing.
you were such a Jonas Brothers fan.
I don't know that I am a big Jonas Brothers fan, but they're all cute and I like their music. And let me tell you. So here's the plot. They just ended their tour in London and they're trying to get home for Christmas. And of course, lots of bad things happen that stops them from getting home for Christmas. And they've also lost their brotherly love for each other. So in comes Santa Claus, played by Jesse Tyler Ferguson
I don't know who
from
that
Modern
is.
Family. You've ever seen Modern Family? He's the redhead. He's the gay redhead on Modern Family. He is
okay.
married to
One
the fat guy.
one half of the married gay couple. Yeah, got it. Okay.
Yeah, so he plays Santa Claus, and Santa Claus comes to, one, keep them from getting home on Christmas because he needs them to get back together as a unit, and he wants them to find their brotherly love again. So that's what the movie's about. It's kind of like Trains, Planes, and Automobiles. They're just trying to get home. Super cute. And what is also super cute about it is that Nick and Kevin's real life wives and kids are in it, as well as their brother. Did you know there was a fourth? There was a fourth Jonas brother? Yes.
I did not know that.
Yes. I forget his name. It's written here in front of my face somewhere, but Frankie. His name is Frankie. And their mom and dad are in it. Everybody, the whole family's in it. You don't see them till the end, but it's so cute. It's so cute. And they live in New Jersey. So they're all trying to get home to New Jersey to have Christmas. And that's where I'm going for Christmas. So I kind of feel like I might get to spend some time with the Jonas Brothers at Christmas time.
You're delusional.
And, Joe is now divorced, but he used to be married to Sophie Turner from Game of Thrones, the redhead.
That's right.
Talk about redheads, right?
That's right.
It stars some really great people. Billy Lord is in it. Randall Park is in it. Laverne Cox, Andrea Martin, Kenny G, and Will Ferrell.
I don't know who any of those people are except Kenny G and Will Ferrell
is. You know who Kenny G is? He plays the
I just said I don't know any of those people except Kenny G and Will Ferrell.
You would know Andrea Martin as soon as you saw her. She used to be on not Saturday Night Live, but the other one, the Canadian one. She's really funny. You would know her immediately. One? Yeah.
I don't know.
I know people are screaming at the TV right now. You don't know who Billy Lord is?
No.
She is the daughter of Carrie Fisher. Carrie Fisher's daughter, Billy Lord. Yeah. You may have seen her in Ryan Murphy's American Horror Story.
We didn't watch it.
No. Are you going to watch the Jonas Brothers Christmas movie?
No, I'm not.
I highly recommend it. It's got lots of music in it. It's also beautifully filmed.
Can I just tell you?
Dale and I both said that is the cheesiest Christmas movie that looks very cinematic. It's very pretty.
Every week after we tape our show, all of my 3 friends who listen to the show text me and go, "You've never seen whatever it is that I say. Right. I've never watched that."
Right.
So I get like hate texts. So I'm sure they're all getting ready to say, you don't know who blah, blah, blah is.
Right.
Yeah.
How do you not know who Jesse Tyler Ferguson is? He's got a podcast.
I don't know. I mean, I know who he is now that you say it. I just didn't know what his name was.
You need to spend a bit, if you're going to do a pop culture podcast, maybe you need to spend a little bit more time brushing up on your pop culture. How about that?
I don't know. Maybe.
All right. Well, I'll shut up and you can move on.
Well, I have an annoying follow-up on the whole stupid trading 6-7 trend.
Wow.
So we told everyone last week or week before last that dictionary.com obscenely has deemed 6-7 the word of 2025, which is just preposterous because it's not a word, it's a saying. Anyway.
They're stupid numbers.
But Pizza Hut has jumped on the 6 bandwagon, and on the 6th and 7th of November, they offered 67-cent wings. My gosh, it will not die. It won't go away. Max says it all the time to get under my skin and sings the Skrilla lyrics to that song, which are just unintelligible.
Right.
This meme from the internet is kind of funny.
I love it.
Maybe Scott will remember to put it up so people can see it, but it's a picture of a handsome young fella who's buttoning his dress shirt in front of the mirror. And it says, "These kids keep talking about 6-7. Wait till y'all learn about 9 to 5. That's what I'm saying.
It is true. And, I keep reading about this. You've probably read about this too. This new generation, I don't know if they're the ones that are just getting out of college right now. They don't understand a 9 to 5 job. They don't want one.
Not.
They don't want one. they cry when they think about having to do it. Yeah, they don't understand. They don't have a work. It's not that they don't have a work ethic. They just think they could sit home in front of their computer and make a living.
Well, they're
And
going to
some
force
people
that to
can.
happen.
Some people
Yeah.
can, but other people need to go to work.
Yeah.
And I think there's actually something great about going to work. Some of my best friends, they're still my best friends, I met because of work, you know? You need to
Well,
get out of the house.
yes, you can still meet people. You're just meeting them 2-dimensionally instead of 3-dimensionally.
Yeah,
It's different.
that's true. Yeah.
Well, here's another thing that makes me roll my eyes as we move
Okay.
along here. There are people, Scott, who are super pissed off about product placement, as if it's a new thing. So recently, fans of the Kristen Bell, Adam Brody dramedy on Netflix, Nobody Wants This, are up in arms, and they say that they're distracted by these obvious brand intrusions into the show, like Dunkin' Donuts drinks and bags from Dunkin' Donuts, Estee Lauder night repair serum, which is a good one. There have been mentions of DoorDash on the show. Somebody mentioned their favorite snack is Flamin' Hot Cheetos. There was a chef who mentioned to a cooking class that they booked the class through Airbnb experiences. That one's like a little more forced than most.
Yeah.
But honestly, this has been a thing forever. This is a money-making thing. The first one I remember ever is from E.T. when Elliot made a little trail of Reese's Pieces in the backyard to lure E.T. into the house, right?
Did you know, I have a little fact about that. Did you know that that's not what Steven Spielberg wanted? He didn't want Reese's Pieces. He wanted M&Ms. And the Mars company said no. How dumb
Which
are
is
they?
insane.
How
That is
dumb
dumb.
are they?
And I will say, I didn't know what Reese's Pieces were until I saw E.T. I had never had
I think they were
never
new.
even, yeah.
Yeah, I think they were new.
And they've been going strong ever since that.
They're still a thing?
They are, yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Max, I think, even got some in his Halloween candy, which he couldn't
Nice.
eat because he's allergic to peanuts. But in any case, there have been product placements all along. James Bond drinks Heineken. Pepsi was all over the place in Back to the Future. Harold and Kumar went to White Castle. I mean,
That was
we could
in the
go
title.
on. Yeah, yes. And Wilson from Castaway, the Wilson volleyball. A million of them. So I don't know. These people that are up in arms are like, haven't been paying attention for the past, 4 decades.
Apparently not.
Did you know that in the UK, when there is a product placement in a TV show or in a movie that's playing on TV, the station is required to put a P and highlight it in the top of the screen? I did not know that, which is kind of like just to acknowledge, like, hey, there's a product here that we're trying to sell you. Isn't that fascinating?
It's just like, I don't know if it's fascinating or just stupid because it's been around forever. And, I watched the show. I watched the Kristen Bell show, Nobody Wants This. I watched both seasons of it. And I didn't notice that while I was watching it. I'm sure now that I've seen the pictures, because I did the research for this, I realized that, yes, there was Dunkin' Donuts. Yes, they did talk about the night serum. They did do all this stuff. But when I was watching it, it was just,
it didn't register. It's just
what I find clunkier, and I bet you understand this. What I find clunkier is when I'm watching a TV show or a movie, and they've obviously covered up the Apple symbol on the back of the laptop.
Yeah.
You're not
It's
fooling
more
anyone.
distracting when they're...
We know that it's an Apple laptop. What are you doing covering it up? And why would you cover it up? I don't understand that. Also, this gets me every time, Kristin. A character on a movie or TV show goes to a bar, which happens in every movie and every TV show ever, right? Yes. And what do they order? They order a whiskey, a beer, or a whiskey. When's the last time you went to a bar, ponied up to the bar, and said, give me a beer, please? And they'd be like, the fuck, what kind of beer do you want, bitch? Nobody orders a beer. Nobody orders a beer. And no one orders a whiskey. They say Jack Daniels, or they say Bullet, or they tell you what they want. I don't go to a bar and order a vodka soda. I say I want a Tito's and soda because I'm not an idiot. Because if I just order a vodka and soda, I'm going to get the poo
They'll
vodka.
say, what kind of vodka? Do you want rail vodka? Is there a brand that you prefer? Like, that's an incomplete order.
Yeah, it
For
pisses
sure.
me off every time. Every time. Why do I let that bother me?
I don't know.
Let me tell you what else. I'm going to need a drink. I'm going to need a beer. I'm going to need a
Beer.
whiskey tonight. Tonight at 6 p.m. Pacific time, I have to call the Las Vegas jury pool number to find out if I have to
Goodness.
go to jury duty tomorrow.
You know what?
Kristin, please help me.
You can keep complaining. I am affronted and offended. I have
You've
never
been
once
called.
in my life been called for jury duty.
Are
And
you
I'm a
registered?
smart person. I
Are you
could
registered to
contribute.
vote?
Yes, of course I am.
Then
I
they should.
I vote every time. It's
And you've
ridiculous.
wait, in your entire adult life, you've never been called.
Never. No, I'm sorry.
Wow.
I'm sorry. No. I'm sorry. I got called once and then it was like, oh, never mind. We don't need you. Like I got a summons and then it was like,
Yeah.
oops, never mind. You
Okay.
were extra. We don't need you. Once.
Well, no, that's true.
In my 55 years.
And I've only been called. I've been called a couple times and didn't have to go, which is great. There was no trial. They didn't need a jury that day. And once that happens, you're not called again for 2 years, which is great.
I just think it would be fascinating. I would like to do it once.
I've been on a jury. I was the jury foreman on the jury in Washington, D.C. I had to sit through a whole week of trial.
I could do that.
I
I'm smart.
don't want to get on it. This is a bad time with Thanksgiving next week and Christmas.
During the holidays, yeah. You don't want
if I start a trial like tomorrow, I assume we won't have to work on Thanksgiving Day, right? But do you think they do it on Friday?
I don't think the judge and the attorneys are working on Thanksgiving Day.
I was obviously kidding. But do you think they do it on Friday, the day after?
Probably on Black
And
Friday.
Don't get me started about Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving should not be Thursday. It's such a dumb day. Who picked that? Who picked Thursday?
I think the corporations of the U.S. would agree with you because most companies give people the Friday off. So it costs a lot of money.
Because it would be stupid to take a day off in the middle of the week and then go back for one day.
Well, the point is that nobody does. Nobody does.
It's the dumbest thing. I would put it on Saturday. And then you could have Black Sunday instead of Black Friday. How about that?
Oh, put it on Saturday so that no one gets any extra time off? I don't think anyone would agree with you there. Thanksgiving should be on a Friday.
I think Americans take way too much time off anyway. They should be working every day.
Is that your position?
And Dale and I were just talking about this.
Americans take less time off than any other civilized nation.
I know. I was kidding.
For the love of God.
Again, I was kidding. Just to get your goat.
Well, it worked.
It worked. But there is one thing, and this is not a joke. I do not think that Christmas Day should be a federal holiday.
Because it's a religious holiday.
No religious holidays. Sorry. It's the only religious holiday that is a day off. It's a federal holiday, and it shouldn't be. It's separation of church and state. Now, most companies could opt to be closed that day. And they probably should be, because most people are going to take it off anyway. But no, it's not a holiday. It should not be a federal holiday in the United States.
I never actually thought of that, but you're right. It's religious. So why is it? It's a holdover. Yeah.
Yeah. I have a little story. Do you remember when you and I went to the Inn at Little Washington?
Do I remember? It was magical.
Wasn't that a magical night?
It was amazing.
I took Kristin there for her birthday about 4 years ago? I think it was 4 years ago.
Post.
It was when I was living in Delaware. I drove down. I picked you up, and we drove to the Inn at Little Washington, which is about an hour from your house. Yeah. And if you guys don't know, go ahead.
Well, it was like, oh, this is a do-over because we didn't get to do anything during COVID when I turned 50, and yeah.
So the Inn at Little Washington is one of the most magical, special hotel, restaurant, shops, gardens. It really is the most magical place that I've ever been to. And Chef, what's his name?
Patrick O'Connell.
Patrick O'Connell is just so masterful in everything that he does, from the decorating of the rooms and the restaurants to curating his own granola for breakfast, and remember
every
the cheese
detail
cart and the tea cart.
The details in everything are just meticulously curated.
So you pull up at the front door to this hotel, and you leave your luggage in, and you get out, and your car is magically just whisked away And they take you inside and they give you a welcome drink and they take you on a tour. And then you end up in your room and they hand you the key and all your luggage is already there. And you're like, how did this happen? It's so magical. And then,
beautiful.
Anyway, the reason I brought this up is because the people at Michelin, the tire company, who decided we get to decide what the best restaurants in America are, or the world, I guess. They took one of the Inn at Little Washington stars away.
I
They
know.
were one of the only 3-star restaurant in the Washington, D.C. area, and now they're down to 2, which is still really, really good.
Right. It wasn't just the Inn at Little Washington. To be clear, they didn't single just the Inn at Little Washington out. It was 4 restaurants that were downgraded.
Yeah. And they said, we're not trying to be mean, but we periodically adjust our stars, and we've sent secret diners to your restaurant, and that's what they think it's only worth 2, not 3. So they don't not go because of that. Don't not go because of that. I was just looking up the prices because I don't really remember what we spent. I know it was expensive for that meal. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Especially to spend the night. The rooms are ridiculous. And we stayed in the shittiest room. And it was really
shitty.
Nice.
It was not shitty.
And we actually had to sleep in the same bed. Remember that? I can't believe your husband let me sleep in bed with you. I didn't touch any of her parts. But this leads me to my foo-foo rant. Oh, I was going to tell you, I was wondering what it costs to go to the Inn at Little Washington for Thanksgiving. If you were thinking maybe ditching the family and going, it's $476 per person for Thanksgiving dinner.
Wow.
Or you can go to the cafe, the Patty O's cafe that he opened, a little casual place. That's $199 per person for Thanksgiving. New Year's Eve, if you want to go for New Year's Eve, at 5 p.m. dinner is $673, and the 9 p.m. seating is $850 per person. Wow. You're not paying that for the food. You're paying for the experience and getting to have New Year's Eve or Christmas or Thanksgiving at
for sure.
Washington.
For sure.
Anyway, I food just doesn't do it for me. My cousin Catherine was here last Monday, a week ago Monday, and she was staying at Aria, and she was there on a business trip, just like when you were here. You stayed at Aria on a business trip.
Aria.
Yeah. Anyway, so since she was staying there, I said, hey, why don't I take you to Carbone, which is a very famous Italian restaurant there. I think it started in New York, and we have an outpost here in Vegas. And Dale and I had been years ago, maybe 7 or 8 years ago, and we loved it. Not this time. And I feel bad about saying bad things about my MGM family, but it's for the amount of money that we spent. It was about, with tip, I think it was almost $800 for the 3 of us. It was not $800 worth of food. And we all agreed, all 3 of us. We were like, we could have gone to the Texas Roadhouse and spent $100 and been happier.
Well, that is such a shame.
Yeah. The only thing we all really agreed that we liked was the bread basket.
That was the best thing about your meal?
We had beef carpaccio.
About your $800 meal?
You like beef carpaccio?
It's raw beef, right?
Yeah. It was mushy, and it was stuck to the plate. It was gross. I don't think it should be stuck to the plate. And I had veal parm, which, I know a lot of people don't think it's nice to eat baby calves, but it's one of my favorite things. And if it's on the menu, I'll order it.
I can't do it.
It was anything I wanted to write home about. I mean, I literally, when I got home, I did not take out pen and paper and write to my mom and tell her how good it was. So
which you might have done if you'd gone to the Texas Roadhouse.
Isn't it silly? I wonder where that saying came from. I'll have to look that up.
I don't know. Well, so from one silly thing, like it seems very silly to pay that much for a meal that you've eaten it and it's gone. I don't know. The Inn at Little Washington is one thing because it's just like that kind of experience in such an intimate setting. I don't know how many covers they have at any one time, but probably a lot fewer than Carbone or one of those big restaurants.
For sure.
But I don't know. That just seems crazy to me to drop that kind of money on a meal that's gone in 2 hours. But okay, so on to another silly thing, a more mass market thing. Target, one of my favorite stores,
I do. I love it.
To be honest, has the silliest. I mean, this just seems so ridiculous to me that they had to make a policy about this.
That's what I thought.
They're calling it their 10-4 policy. They're trying to win back some customers. Apparently, their stock is down. Their sales are down. Target's stock is down 30%. So last week, Target's leadership issued a new policy that requires store employees, when they come within 10 feet of a customer, they have to smile, make eye contact, wave, and use, quote, friendly, approachable, and welcoming body language.
Okay.
I mean, are you kidding me? And then the 4 foot, so it's at 10-4. The 4 feet part is when they come within 4 feet of a Target customer, they have to personally greet that person or group of people and, quote, initiate a warm and helpful interaction. Like, are you kidding me that you have to make this a policy? And what does that mean? You're going to have like Target managers are going to be walking around with clipboards and saying, oh, there's the 10 feet perimeter. You didn't make eye contact. Like, just be nice to people.
I am literally going to Target today to see if this happens. I want to see.
Ugga mugga.
I want to see, because I'm ignored. Aren't you ignored mostly by everyone at Target? Up until now? I don't remember the last time anyone said boo to me.
I'm fine with it. Like, I'm on a mission usually to get everything on my list and just get out of my way. I don't need you to smile at me or initiate a warm, friendly interaction.
Can I ask the leadership at Safeway/Albertsons to please ask their employees to do this? Because I swear to God, they don't give a shit about their customers. Can I tell you how many times I've
collided to greet you warmly? Who
I don't
cares?
need them to greet me. A nice smile would be great. And when I pass you in the aisle, if you're purposely not getting out of my way, you're an asshole. Do you know how many times I've literally collided with someone who works in that store because they do not give a shit about customers in their path? I'm not even joking. I'm not exaggerating.
Annoying. That's
There's
annoying.
one guy, you know what his job is? This is left over from COVID, right? I don't know if your grocery stores do this, but you can order your groceries online.
Mm-hmm.
And someone goes around the store and gets them all for you. And then you park into a certain parking lot and you text them and say, I'm here. And they bring it out to your car.
Yeah.
How fucking lazy are you?
Yes. Well, it's not laziness. And I will say,
it's left over from COVID and they haven't gotten rid of it.
Scott.
They've had to hire all these extra people.
I mean, Scott, stop.
Matt. Who's Matt?
I was trying to cut you off to say that when Max was little, COVID or not, there is definitely a market for busy moms who don't have time to grocery shop. I get that 1,000,000%.
And
it's not about COVID.
Send your house manager or your nanny or something.
Oh my God, shut up.
Understand.
Please shut up. There is a market for that. And it's not that people are lazy. It's that nobody has time for anything. Everyone is overscheduled.
There's obviously a market for it. That's why they're doing it. But
and it's not born of laziness was the point I was trying to make.
I know. And I was just trying to get your second goat. But my point was that there's this one stupid guy that's his job. He goes and shops for people, the lazy moms. And he never gets out of my way. I mean, he literally walks straight towards me. He sees me coming and doesn't move. And I'm like, what is your fucking problem? I'm the customer. What's up with that? Is that not weird? Or maybe I'm just so ugly and unapproachable that people just want to ignore me and pretend I don't exist.
Sounds like he has a strange personality. I think this is a you problem in your particular Albertsons, but anyway.
There are a couple really nice. The cheese lady's always nice to me, and there's a dame that works on a checkout line, and she's always asking me how my day is and if I'm going to make XYZ for dinner.
There's a dame, like, a gal.
I said, I'm coming to your house because apparently you're making tacos tonight. I'm like, I am, but you're not invited.
Can I tell you something?
Bitch.
Can I tell you something right now? No one is still listening.
What do you mean? We have tens and tens of listeners.
Who's listening anymore? I think we
Can
need
I
to
tell
move
you?
on.
I don't want to tell you publicly because I don't want people to know how many people listen to the show. But apparently you can find out now because someone emailed me yesterday with our actual numbers. He was trying to get our business. He said, your numbers could be a lot better than this. I could teach you how. And he's like, I see you got blank, blank, blank last week. And I'm like, that's absolutely what we got last week. Like, how do you know that?
So it's public somehow.
Well, it's not. So I'm not sure. Maybe he works. I don't know how he knows. But I will tell you, Kristin, and I know that you don't think this is true, but last week we were in the 4 digits.
Not
so
anymore.
It's more than tens and tens. It's hundreds and hundreds.
After this show, not anymore. Let's move along. We're 37 minutes in. Let's go.
I don't want to talk about this next thing because I don't even care.
Stupid.
Did you know that Sharknado 7 has been greenlit by the Sci-Fi Channel?
Love it.
Have you ever seen any of the Sharknado movies?
You know, I haven't. And I love Ian Ziering.
Kristin is only 2 steps away from Ian
Ziering.
He is best friends with your cousin, right?
He is. My cousin David Frigerio is an acclaimed screenwriter and producer in Hollywood. He wrote and produced Land of Bad. Did you see Land of Bad with Russell Crowe, Liam Hemsworth? That was critically acclaimed. The first movie that he wrote and produced opened at the Sundance Festival in 2014. Yeah. It was called The Signal with Lawrence Fishburne.
He is acclaimed. He is.
He wrote and produced Crypto, which starred Kurt Russell and Luke Hemsworth. And the most recent one I haven't seen, he didn't write this one, but he produced Broke, which stars Dennis Quaid and Tom Skerritt, which is out now. So, he's very, very good friends with Ian Ziering, who has been to my aunt and uncle's house.
So if they're such good friends, why doesn't he put Ian Ziering in one of his acclaimed movies? Because Ian Ziering is not an acclaimed actor.
He should. Ian Ziering is a wonderful person, though.
If you guys don't know him,
wonderful human being.
If you don't know him, he was on the original Beverly Hills 90210.
He was Steve.
Steve. He was 10 years older than everyone else. He was playing a teenager when he was really 30. And he is the star of the Sharknado movies. There's been 6 of them, and Tara Reid is his co-star in those. So they're going back to the beginning.
He's a fabulous human being, I want to say.
I love him. I love him to death. And I would like to be best friends with him, too. Anyway, so that's coming out. If you guys are interested, Sharknado is coming out. There used to be a Sharknado slot machine here in Vegas. So
was that really right?
Fun. Yeah. All right. I'll shut up about Sharknado, but I am excited about that.
Okay. Yeah. So am I.
There's nothing better than sharks in a tornado getting thrown at you and then they bite your head off. I think that's just so much fun.
It really is the silliest premise, but I'm happy for Ian Ziering. Okay. More entertainment news. This one is another one that makes you roll your eyes.
Yep.
And I couldn't believe this when I saw it.
Mad. I don't roll my eyes. This makes me mad.
Michael Caine and Matthew McConaughey are the latest Hollywood actors who have inked deals for AI-generated versions of their voices. I'm so surprised by this.
Me too.
Michael Caine said basically that he's done voice work, for years, books on tape and all that stuff. And he wants to see that continue after he's dead and gone. So it's like wanting to leave his legacy or something. McConaughey says he's looking forward to a Spanish version of his voice being used for his Lyrics of Livin' newsletter. So I don't know. I mean, it's kind of like, why would you sell out like that? I don't think I get it. And they're ostensibly taking work away from voice actors trying to get gigs who are, alive and well.
Exactly.
I don't know. I think you called out there could be some exceptions to this rule. Most famously, I think of all time, James Earl Jones gave Disney his permission for them to use his voice as Darth Vader.
And I'm okay with that.
For the rest of eternity.
I'm okay with that because it's such an iconic character and such an iconic voice that
and a specific application in that specific application.
Yes, they can't use it to make a book on tape. They can use it for the character of Darth Vader.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. And I think that's fine.
Yeah, I do too.
But guess what? You have to have permission for it too. This is why I have a problem with them putting a fake version of Marilyn Monroe in a diamond commercial or a soap commercial or whatever. She didn't get permission for that. That wasn't
Certainly
a
not.
thing back in when she what did she die in the late 50s or the early 60s or something?
I think
She
so,
didn't
yeah.
get permission for people to use her likeness and voice for the rest of eternity.
Of course
I
not.
think it's gross. I know her estate did that. Who is her estate anyway? I mean, she left when she died. She wasn't married and she didn't have any kids. So who gets to decide? I don't get shit
I
like
just
that.
think as a certified control freak, I just think I would not, there's no way I would want to think like after I'm dead and gone, someone can use my voice or my likeness
Right.
to put something out there that I had nothing whatsoever to do with after I'm dead. That's insane to me.
No. Other people have done it too. John Wayne has done it. No, he didn't do it because he died in the 70s. So
Of
he didn't
course not.
decide. But you can get him to voice your book for enough
How is
money.
that possible? Because
It's a
his estate gave permission?
Oh, I thought you said, how is it possible? I said, well, AI and computers, but you knew that.
No, I know that part, but I'm
Yeah,
saying
his estate must have. Yeah.
yeah,
It's ridiculous.
it is ridiculous.
I'll tell you what else is ridiculous. My sister and I would say not a week goes by that my sister and I don't share something stupid that we saw on a recipe website or social media or something. Because let me tell you, I've said this many times on the Swish Edition in the last 16 years. If you're not an idiot, which I would hope that most people listening to our show aren't idiots, don't read the comments on anything. Because if you read the comments, I don't care what it is. It could be a news article about the shape of an egg. It could be a post about the sunny sky we're having today. There's going to be some idiot that says something so stupid that you're questioning the sanity of America.
Yeah, the world at large.
The
True.
truth is that most people, not us not included, are fucking idiots. They don't know how to spell, for one thing. They don't use punctuation anymore. Have you noticed that? People don't
They just
capitalize.
Rant. Yeah.
They just rant, and all their sentences just run together. They don't know the difference between there and there and there. They don't know two and two.
Specifically on recipe, on anything that's food related.
Sidetracked.
The comments are just like, well, I made this recipe for lasagna, and of course I didn't use pasta or tomatoes, and I used bologna instead of ground beef, and it was terrible. And it's
if you think what Kristin just said, she's just said that to be funny, it's not fucking true. I just read this article 2 days ago. It was a recipe for quiche. I love quiche. Dale won't eat it, so I make it and I eat the whole thing myself, or I make it for guests. This woman actually said, I don't like eggs. I don't ever eat eggs, but I really want to make quiche. What can I put in this? I mean, honestly, and you should have seen the comments under her comment. It was like, bitch, it's quiche. If you don't eat eggs, move on. Go to something else. You can't have quiche.
My favorite, though, is...
Wait. I just have to say, I couldn't control myself. I did it. I said...
You commented.
I commented. I said, are you also the one who asks if you can make chicken soup without chicken? Because I've seen that, too. That's just soup, bitch. It's vegetable soup. It's not chicken soup. You stupid cunt.
But it's one thing if someone's seeking to understand, like, okay, they're an idiot because they want quiche without eggs. But it's one thing. But the thing that kills me is people that complain when they have, as I said, switched out the whole recipe, or people who will say, this is a terrible recipe. Here's how I make it. And it's like, nobody cares how you make your lasagna.
Exactly.
We looked at this recipe because there's a picture of it. Nobody gives a shit how you make your lasagna.
Who is the person, Kristin, who is the person who wastes their time commenting on something? Here's a recipe for pot roast, and here's Elaine from Dubuque who logs on and starts to type, I don't like pot roast, so I won't be making this. Listen, you stupid bitch. Nobody gives a shit if you like pot roast or not. Or... You know what's even better than that? There's an article. It happens every day. There's an article about Liza Minnelli. There's an article about Youngblood. You know who Youngblood is, the new singer, rocker. And every time I'll just glance at and there'll be one comment or multiple times. Who? Because you couldn't, nobody cares that you don't know who this person is. If you don't know who they are,
Google
why
it.
are you reading the article? Right? Who?
People are so silly.
Yeah. They're the same ones that write, I know that you probably be this person on a Kim Kardashian article or post.
Oh, God.
I can't stand that bitch. I wish all the Kardashians would die.
No, I would never waste my time reading
Why
something
would you
about
waste
her.
your time?
Nor would I waste my time commenting on it, because you're just adding. But that's the brilliance of it, that people who complain and say, like, I don't know, like I have a lot of content in my algorithm that's about like high protein stuff and like, pre-made protein shakes, right? And inevitably somebody says that's all chemicals. That's, what you're putting into your body. I can't pronounce it. And it's like, can you just like shut up and move? Just move on. Move on with your life.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why people bother.
What did I say earlier? People suck. If you don't have anything nice to say about the Swish edition, just don't say anything. Because we just want good comments.
Okay, I think we should.
I would just want to know if you tried my steak bites recipe yet.
I haven't.
No,
it's
so
a good
We've
recipe,
had it twice.
I think.
We've had it twice now, and it's really good. I have a recipe website, if you guys don't know. DM me and I'll send it to you. Don't DM me. Please don't DM me.
Type send and I'll automatically send it to you.
You know, we have talkback@swishedition.com if you guys want to.
We do?
Email it. Nobody does, but you can if you want. I don't want to hear from them anyway. Why would I want to hear from anybody?
The only thing about your steak bites thing that turns me off is that I like steak medium rare to rare. And I feel like steak bites would end up getting overcooked so quickly.
No, you're cooking them very, very fast on a medium high heat, literally just 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes. You just want to kill the bacteria. I want my steak bites to move.
Yeah. I like them.
Yeah. You can do it.
Rare.
You just have to practice.
I'll try it. All right.
Well, Kristin, I will see you again. How about next week?
Yeah, let's do it.
Next week will be our Thanksgiving episode. It will come out on the eve of Thanksgiving.
Fabulous.
Yeah. All right. See you then.
Okay, bye.
All right,
The Swish Edition is a production of Bethwick Media, LLC. Learn more about the show at swishedition.com. And don't forget to subscribe and leave a review on your favorite podcast app or site. But only if you like us.
All right, let me tape this. You smile and look pretty while I do it.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah.